Hi Leo, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors and Darlings. This is your WTF reading for the latter part of June. I do apologise for the noises in the background. I am baking brownies and the dishwasher is going, so I do apologise. Well, I'm not apologising because I haven't done any baking for years and I suddenly got the urge to do it, and I've knocked up some brownies to take to my son tomorrow, so he's got something to munch on during the week. So the latter part of June we have got the summer solstice, so we're using the Letha deck from the Seasons of the Witch for your energy. We used it in the last reading, we're using it in this reading as well. Now this is the longest day of the year. I have never managed to get up in the morning to celebrate, especially in recent years. I have stayed up late enough to see the sun come up and then gone to bed in my earlier years. But whether you make that sunrise or not, you can still do so much around that longest day if you want to. It is a big celebration. So if nothing else, try and have, I can't even remember what day it falls on. I think the 22nd is the Saturday. Try and have a celebration with friends. I know what I'm doing on that Saturday, and it is a big celebration because I'm getting together with my fellow students on the hypnotherapy course to meet up with the public and hypnotise different people that are volunteering to come down to do this with us, that's been arranged by our tutor. So that's a way of expressing your gratitude, and that by expressing your talents and what you can do and all the rest of it. But don't forget to have fun. I kind of think that probably what's going to happen is that when I come back in the evening, that I will probably grab the family members and we will probably go and have something nice to eat. I used to have barbecues and all sorts of things, but as I've got older, I have to say I just can't cope. Oh, and now I know what my mum used to complain, I can't cope, I can't do it. And now I'm sort of like, no, nor can I, love. I know how you were feeling. And it wouldn't be so bad if I had people that would volunteer to come in and give me a hand, but no, there isn't anybody, so that's not likely to happen. Oh, that's a different one. Oh, that looks nice. Right, let's put those over there. What have we got? Oh, sun wheel. Oh, look at this, number 42, it's a 6. It's knowing yourself, diving deep into you. Oh, isn't that beautiful? So you've got the sun in your arms, the moon above your head. You've got doves of peace. I don't know what those flowers, lilies, butterflies, the aurora borealis and stars. Wow. Make sure you catch your breath. You are in for an unexpected journey, Leo. Whoa. Okay. Should we find out a bit more? Now, the 6s, when they're saying an unexpected journey, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going abroad or anything like that. It could mean a new journey, a new pathway that you're carving for your life. It could mean a new hobby. It could mean new friends. An unexpected journey. It sounds exciting, doesn't it? It really does. Really sounds exciting. So, my darlings, if you've got the sun, it means you have got success and happiness, heydays and holidays, high days and holidays. You've also got all that other stuff. So you've got the peace, you've got the emergence, the transition, the aurora borealis, which is, I've been told it's completely magical. I've never seen it. And you've got the star, beautiful, and the moon. The moon illuminates for you what you need to know. Wow. What a card. Sun wheel. For some of you, this is going to make sense, and for some of you, it's not. I just heard sundial. There is a sundial somewhere. You may have visited somewhere that had a sundial and you was fascinated by it and how it worked. For others of you, you may live close by to a sundial. But some of you, there is a significance with a sundial and how it works. Oh, that's interesting. Let me know in the comments. Oh, Leo, you've turned up in your own reading. What you can do about this situation. Oh, wow. Okay. Another 6 there. Nice. Reconnecting to your true self. And your outcome, my darlings. Do you know what? That brownie smells divine. It's only the dishwasher now that's whirling behind, so I hope it's not making too much noise. What started your WTF for the latter part of June is you are stepping into your own skin. You are stepping into your power with the High Priestess. Now, the moon is shining. You're standing in the standing stones. This person is highly intelligent, highly intuitive. They know what to add and when to add to that cauldron. So, you know, looking at a cauldron, yeah, okay, it's sort of like there's water and you're putting stuff in there, herbs, spices, whatever. But by the same token, you know the words to use at the right time. You know the intentions to do at the right time. That is your power. That is not necessarily conjuring up lotions and potions, but your power could be that you have got the practice word, that you just know what to say and when to say it. You just know literally when to take a deep breath. So number 2, maybe leaving your comfort zone, maybe finding a celebration, maybe bringing yourself back into balance, maybe all of those things. Let's wait and see. So stepping into that power, into that energy, I don't care if you're male or female, we can all step into the High Priestess energy. The High Priestess is this creature. She's completely opposite, polar opposite to the priest. The priest likes books, recipes, likes to do things by the book, likes tradition, likes to follow a pattern. The High Priestess doesn't need that. She hasn't got a book. She's never had a book. She never had to chuck it out. She never had it in the first place. She just knows what she needs to do and when she needs to do it. She knows. So, my darlings, facing your fears and taking your power back. You've been through hell and back, I have to say, with the 10 of Athames. Had lots of issues and problems. Your issues and problems have been resolved one by one. And this protective circle you've put around yourself by putting each of these Athames in the ground is because now if these issues and problems rear their heads again, it's not that they're not going to rear their heads, but this time it's not going to be as big because you know how to deal with it. You've done it, you've been it, you've seen it, you know how to deal with these issues and problems. Now, this is a completion card, and it's telling me that the issues and problems that you have suffered in the past are at a close. This cycle is closing out, and a new cycle is beginning. A new cycle of you being able to clear enough space to welcome in new growth, to welcome in new energy that you are infusing for yourself. And that comes from the High Priestess right in behind that, you've got the Page of Chalices. Now, the Page of Chalices comes in because at some point in your life, you have dammed up your emotions. And the water is trickling through, but they're saying, let the dam go. There is no good. You keep beavering away, trying to dam up that. The emotion is too powerful. It needs to flow. And this little page also would like to take you backwards into childhood, so you can grab hold of some energy that was really positive at some point when you absolutely felt like you belonged. Now, when I say in childhood, people kind of get hung up and they automatically think of somebody that's between 3 and 18. Childhood for me is anything for a person up to the age of 25, sometimes beyond that. So if you were still on a massive learning curve in your teens and even into your 20s, and that's when you felt that energy was around, where you felt loved and comforted, and you can draw on that energy, then that's where you need to go. Now, this depiction tells me that this little dot is into the arts and the crafts, loves painting. Anything goes for you, Leo. You know it does. You're a good business person. You've got a good strong head on your shoulders. It could be baking, it could be skiing, it could be anything that you really enjoyed as a child. Grab hold of that energy. You don't have to revisit it, you don't have to redo it, just grab the energy and bring it forward. So facing your fears is, yes, these problems are likely to reoccur. No, they're not going to feel the same because you know how to deal with them. But taking your power back is allowing yourself to feel that energy of the younger you, so that you are able to surge your thoughts, your feelings forward, and not keep damming things up, not keep holding on to what no longer serves you. Because if you look at the river, once the water has gone, once it's rushed past, it never returns. It never comes back. So if you have got a lot of feelings, whether they're negative, positive, indifferent, just let them flow. Just let it flow. The flow will help you make the room for new growth. So your manifestation, wish fulfillment, and why it may be fucked. It's not fucked, you just don't recognise it. Here you are as the Queen of Wands, male or female. She has got no qualms about what she's about. She knows that if she waves that magic wand, it's just going to happen. And other people trust that it's just going to happen. You have got such a lot of power and such a lot of know-how that you're able to wave that, not just for you. You wave the magic wand for you. You just know it's mine. I'm having it. I'm having it. That's it. But for other people, you have got a magic wand and you make sure that that power and energy goes over. Now, I have to say this is in your manifestation, and I did get the essence that maybe with all these issues and problems, somewhere along the way you lost that thought and feeling about yourself. But I do get that you're stepping back into your power as a Leo, as a fire sign, and everything that comes with that. So Leo, you can purr like a kitten or you can roar like a lion. The majority of you purr like kittens until something or somebody upsets the apple cart, and then you start roaring like a lion. Absolutely fine. It's good for people to know that you have got good, healthy boundaries in place. But now you've got those boundaries in place, you really do need to step back into your queen energy. Now, there is another message a little bit further on, so we will get to that in a minute. Movement and journey, where the fuck you need to be. 2 of Affirmations. there has been a conflict. Now, there could have been a conflict with another person that has then made you conflicted in yourself about your abilities to process issues and problems. You know you can do it, but this conflict has kind of made you doubt. This person here has gone, I've got a Sith and I can do this so much quicker. And this person's going, well, I've got 2 knives and I can do it with more precision. Which one is right? Who gives a shit? So long as the job gets done, who the hell gives a crap? You have got an ultimate aim that you want to get to. You have. Whatever that thought, that feeling is that you want to get to, you need to let go of that self-doubt. You need to let go of that procrastination. You need to let go of that inner conflict. Yes, I can. No, I can't. Yes, I can. No, I can't. You need to have done with that. You need to put it to one side, because your movement and your journey will tell me that once you let this conflict go, you will just beaver on and get on with what it is that you want to do, regardless of what the other person thinks or feels around that. Whatever they're saying to you is going to fall on deaf ears, because you've made up your mind. And you've got no reason to justify your processing to anybody else. As long as it makes sense to you and it doesn't harm anybody, surge forward. Because that's where you need to be. You need to be surging forward. You need to come out of procrastination and that inner conflict and that self-doubt, and you need to surge forward. That, like this card says, take a deep breath. You're going on a surprise journey. And this is one of the surprises. Oh gosh, it is a surprise as well. So what can you do about this situation? We spoke at length about the Queen. And now we've got the King of Wands. Now that means that there's a power couple going on here. Doesn't necessarily mean a partnership. It could be 2 friends. It could be a parent and child. It could be cousins. It could be business partners, for all I know. King of Wands. Now, I did get a message. As soon as I looked at this and looked at that, I thought, you are manifesting the Queen energy, but what they're telling you, what the Spirit want you to know, what the universe wants you to know is you really need to step into the King energy. Now, the Kings are a little bit arsey, aren't they? The Kings are, I've got this birthright shit going on. It's mine. You can't have it because it's mine. I'm not saying that kind of King energy, but step into the energy that is true to you. Projects, plans, passion, desire. If you are missing the passion out of life, it's only you that can put it back in. And you've got the magic wand, the passion and the desire to get that back if you want it. Even if you feel like it has dissipated, even if you feel like your zest for life has been put on hold, this King is telling me, hell no. No, it hasn't. This is what they want you to do about it, is step back into your King energy. Because what's standing beside you, and I just spoke to you about the High Priest, and you priestess stepping into her energy. In comes the High Priest to remind you that there is protection in those standing stones. The sun is shining, which is your ruling star, I believe the sun is. There's protection in the standing stones. He's got his hand outstretched to remind you that although the High Priestess has got her place and her thoughts and feelings, there is also a place for tradition within you finding yourself again. There is some traditions around you that work well for you, and he wants to remind you that it is okay to use and tap into those whilst you are using your intuition and the other side of that coin. So, What's out of your hands? What is the universe working with you with? So the Six of Pentacles. Now the Six of Pentacles is my giving and taking with dignity and grace card. That's what I say. It's an even card. These two ladies have got an agreement going on. One's got a bunch of lucky heather. The other one's got a penny, and they've made an equal agreement that one is going to supply something, the other one's going to buy it, and there's an exchange of goods. It's honest. Now, that's great. It tells us that if we've been giving, it's our turn to take, and vice versa. However, there is this creature here standing on the sidelines. Now, he's not showing his face. He doesn't want to. And there's a reason for that. He's got some dice in his hands. He keeps rolling the dice, and he's got his hand out because he feels that he wants a cut of that money. Please, please, please be careful of scams, scammers, and anybody who is coming into your life brand new. Heed what other people are saying to you about this person. Take it on board, because scammers can come into our lives in all different shapes and sizes. They're not a faceless thing that is on the internet. They're not just people who are going to phone you up down a phone line. Sometimes these people actually step into our lives and start to destabilize what it is that we've built for ourselves. So when you're giving and taking with dignity and grace, these people can take your strength and your ability as a sign of weakness, would you believe? Because they think they can chink the old armour, they can manipulate. Do not allow that kind of character to come in towards you. They are no good. And they may have, if this is an online scam, if this is a phone scam, they may have infiltrated through one of the social media sites. So just a little word of warning. That person that pops up and goes, "Good morning, how are you, lovely?" No, block. Don't even go there. Don't respond to them. Just have done with it. The universe has got your back on that one, my loves. So, reconnecting to your true self. You have got the 18, the moon, add it together, it's a 9. It's a wish fulfillment. The moon is trying desperately to illuminate something for you. Illuminate a pathway forward. Illuminate a truth or an untruth. Something that you've been asking to uncover for some time. But there is a distortion in the water, and it's fascinating. The ripples are fascinating. There's a little fish jumping out of the water trying to distract you from the pathway that the moon is trying to show you. Do not be distracted or preoccupied with the distortion. Please look at what it is that the moon's trying to show you. And what the moon is trying to show you is that there is somebody in your life that tries to force their thought processes and their preferences onto you. Now, it may be really subtle, maybe extremely subtle, but you've made a decision. Oh, I'm going to have that one. And this person's going, nah, go on, try this one. Try it. Go on, go on, go on. It's the 5 of Flames. It's a transition. That's what the moon's trying to illuminate for you. A transition. This surprise journey of you finally being able to say, oh, hell fucking no, I'm not dealing with this anymore. I'm done. I'm done. I am done with people telling me what to do, when to do it, how to do it, how to think, how to feel, all of that. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, hell no, I'm shutting you down. I'm shutting you out. Because, and you haven't got to be rude to anybody. I mean, I've shut loads of people out without even telling them I'm shutting them out. I just like let things die a death. This card tells me that this person is a manipulator. And it could be that it's the same person. But facing your fears. Reconnecting to your true self. You have to be strong like the Leo, the lion you are, to stand by the courage of your convictions, of going down that pathway of that unexpected journey without somebody saying to you, are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure you want to go on that journey? Why are you taking a deep breath? What is it that you're following? None of their damn business. Tell them where to go. Go and do one. So, oh, nice. The standing stone, a number 11. Now, the standing stone in other decks is justice. It could indicate a Libra around you, not necessarily. You could have Libra predominantly in your chart. But when you get the standing stone like this, this is natural justice coming in to be served. The scales are in balance. That's in your favour. You've got the harm none message. That includes your good self. You've got the labyrinth that is beautifully clear, and you can make your way around that to what it is that you want. You are highly protected. You are highly thought of in the spiritual realms. Now, just know when this natural justice comes round, you are protected from the ramifications of that. But you are going to have to let that natural justice to be served. And it will lead to a completion. 10 of Pentacles. Everything just becomes so apparently clear. The sun is shining. There's success. There's happiness. There's generations around you that are showing you love and empathy. You know, and even if the chips were down, you guys would just pull together. Now, you know how I feel about family. Family doesn't necessarily have to be blood relations. Family can be those people that you choose to have around you. The cherry blossoms are in the trees. Maybe there is somebody who's becoming a little bit more reliant on you, or maybe you are becoming more reliant on somebody around you. Doesn't have to be. It could just be a completion that your finances are sorted out. You got a roof over your head. You got a nice garden to go and sit in. You know, everything's just come around beautifully. Now, of course, where there's a completion, there has to be a new beginning. And I'm guessing that that new beginning is possibly going to be part of the journey that you are going to be going on. Now, the new beginning for you, I have to say, could be that you are finally, and I don't get this because I know Leos and I know how pissy they can get. You don't normally put up with this kind of bullshit. So I'm kind of getting for you that, yes, you've worked hard at sorting out your issues and problems, but you've worked hard on that by damming up your emotions. Let that go. You really need to stick by your guns, and instead of setting your sights to being the queen, you need to step into this king energy, because you have got the high priestess, the high priest, and you've got the king all at the top. All at the top. This is all of your power. You are extremely powerful in what you do and what you offer. Now, what's hidden from you is the Five of Wands. It's another transition card. Now, this may not happen till right at the tail end of June, possibly into July. Once you've done all of this working out and you've sussed out what it is that the moon's illuminating for you, there is a lot of ego around you. There's a lot of people that can come together and make magic, but they can also make mischief. And I get that there's a few select people that are within, I'm not even going to say your friendship group, I'm going to say within a group that you are part of, and you could possibly be the common denominator. Now, these people wouldn't necessarily be friends outside of this group, but they come together to do what they can. So if they're making magic, it is really magic. If they're making mischief, they are fucking horrible. So just be aware of the characters that are around you and the ego that is being spent around you, because I do get that possibly if you did not have your wits around you, you could easily get sucked in to maybe gossip or something quite negative. So don't, and if people start doing that around you, tell them to fuck off. You don't need that kind of crap in your life. You really don't. You've got enough to be going on with. And this journey that I think they've told you about, I think that you're going to become more and more aware that your thought processes have been exactly right. Spot on the money. This processing that you've been doing is spot on. And you know that even the self-doubt and the internal conflict that you have, I'm getting that is part of the journey. That is going to go. Because whatever it is that you think, believe, whatever you think is going on out in the world, you are just going to have it confirmed time and time again that your processing, your thought patterns, everything is completely on the right lines. Have some knowledge, wisdom and guidance for Leo, please. Thank you. For the latter part of June. Okay, we've got some nice little cards here. Let's have a look. Oh wow, you couldn't make this shit up, could you? In comes the High Priestess for a second time. This High Priestess tells you to harness mystic power. Harness that power. Now this priestess tells you intuition. This High Priestess tells you intelligence. You know your shit. You know what to do. This priestess is saying harness that mystic power. That power that you know that you converse with either the universe, your divine, whoever. That's your power. Very nice. Sun. How many suns have you got? You've got loads of bloody moons. I know that. You've got a sun in that card. You've got a sun in that card. And a sun in this card. Enjoy success and happiness. It's definitely on the cards for you. And it is your... I was going to say it was your ruling planet, but the sun ain't a planet, is it? Drum, dream and journey. So the journey could be an astral projection, or perhaps you haven't dreamed that much recently and some dreams that you have start becoming more vivid. Fire guardian, ignite your passions. Just see what happened there. Because I said to you, didn't I, with the king, that perhaps you've not expressed those passionate side to you, Leo. You're a passionate sign, and perhaps you need to bring that back into being. Fire guardian, ignite your passions. Absolutely. Stag, trust and thrive. Please trust yourself. If you can't trust anybody else, please trust yourself. Please like, share and subscribe for me. Please leave me a message if you can, wherever you are in the world, my lovelies. Have a fabulous end of June, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.